Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 Volvo XC90 D5 all-wheel drive Momentum. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The buttons are located on the sides of the key fob. On the left side you do have your alarm activation button, and on the right side you do have your usual lock and unlock buttons, as well as the powered rear hatch release button. You do have welcome lights as you unlock the car. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out upon locking the car. The side mirrors automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors automatically fold out again. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you are able to roll down all four windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. As simple as that. The XC90 Momentum does come standard with Volvo's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. Press the indentation on any of the four door handles to lock the car. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and tap the area behind again any of the four door handles. With that smart keyless entry, you do have keyless start as well. Now, instead of the usual start-stop button, the XC90 does have a toggle switch, if you will, to start. So, to start the XC90, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and twist the toggle switch to the right. The second generation XC90 uses an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on the Momentum trim is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2. An 8-speed automatic transmission is standard no matter what engine you go for in the XC90. This transmission does feature manual shifting capabilities via the gear lever. With the D5 engine, the base of the gear lever is wrapped in leather as well, while the gear knob is illuminated and it features chrome trim. Rear parking sensors are standard across the range too. In terms of safety, the XC90 gets 7 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, stability and traction control, spin control, engine drag control, corner traction control, adaptive brake lights, whiplash protection system, side impact protection system, Volvo's city safety system, driver alert control, lane keeping aid, distance alert, an alarm system with immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer two middle row seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. 19-inch 10-spoke turbine alloy rims are standard on the Momentum trim. The rims on this car are wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Verde 235/55 R19 tires. Ventilated disc brakes are present all round, while the suspension comprises of double wishbones in front and a multi-link rear setup. The approach angle, the departure angle, and the breakover angle for the XC90 are 24 degrees, 21 degrees, and 23 degrees respectively. The XC90 is Volvo's first SUV. It is also a very successful model for Volvo, as many units in both first and second generation forms finding their ways into driveways across the world. The first generation model debuted back in 2002 with styling reminiscent of Volvo's from that period. It was on sale for 12 years before being replaced by the second generation model in 2014. Despite the new model, the first generation XC90 will continue to be sold in China as the XC Classic. The second generation XC90 is built on Volvo's new Scalable Product Architecture or SPA platform that is also used by the second generation S90 and V90. Although there is an increase in size over the preceding model, with the SPA platform, the new XC90 is lighter than its predecessor while offering better safety and efficiency. That being said, efficiency is also helped by Volvo's new range of Drive E petrol, diesel and petrol-electric hybrid engines, which all feature at least turbocharging and a 2-litre displacement. This XC90 is powered by a 2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, twin turbodiesel inline-4 engine with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 222 horsepower at 4,250 rpm and 470 Nm of torque between 1,750 and 2,500 rpm. 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour takes 7.8 seconds, and the top speed is 137 miles per hour or 220 km per hour. With a 71-litre fuel tank, combined fuel consumption for the XC90 D5 all-wheel drive automatic is 49.6 miles per gallon or 5.7 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 149 grams per kilometer, and as the name suggests, this XC90 is an all-wheel drive vehicle. For the 2017 model year, the XC90 in the UK is available with 3 engine choices: the D5 twin-turbo diesel, the T6 twin-charged petrol, and the T8 twin-engine petrol-electric hybrid. Trim levels include the base Momentum, the sporty R-Design, and the range-topping Inscription. Exterior features of the XC90 Momentum includes automatic auto-leveling full LED headlights, automatic wipers, automatic high beams, headlight washer system, cornering lights, LED daytime running lights, LED front, side and rear indicators, LED front and rear fog lights, LED rear lights, LED rear number plate lights, body-colored side mirrors, body-colored door handles with chrome highlights, chrome window surrounds, twin chrome exhaust pipes, silver roof rails, a piano black waterfall front grille, and a roof spoiler. You do have your speakers right down there, and right up there. Down below as well, you do have a bottle holder together with some storage. Right here, you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. Right there, you do have your central locking buttons. And right above, you do have your 3-person memory seating for the driver's side. And speaking of the driver's seat in the XC90 Momentum does get full powered adjustments with all of your controls located right down there, together with your 4-way power lumbar support. This button opens up your powered rear hatch, while this lever allows you to adjust the brightness of the interior at night. Down below, you do have some storage. Volvo door sills for the front. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The XC90 comes as standard with a 9-inch color touch screen head unit in portrait format. This system features various media connectivity options, sensors navigation, and a high-performance sound option, which has 10 speakers producing 330 watts of power. This XC90 does have a dual-zone automatic climate control system, with all of the controls as well as the display located within the infotainment display itself. Now to bring up your climate control menu, hit this button. And right here we do have your climate control menu. You do have your fan speed right here. Automatic mode, different modes. Right above you do have your front and rear defrost, heated front windscreen, air conditioning, as well as your recirculation buttons. Down below, you do have your driver's side temperature, passenger side temperature. Under your driver's side, you do have your synchronized temperature button right above. If you do have that button activated, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides. But if you turn it off, each side will have individual temperature controls. If you hit this button, you can bring up your 3-stage heated seat for the driver's side, as well as your 3-stage heated steering wheel. And hit this button to activate your 3-stage heated seat for the front passenger. Now to go back to the main menu, you can either hit the close button or hit this home button right here. Next up, we do have your navigation menu. Right here we do have your maps. You can maximize it just by hitting this button. You can set your destination right here. You can enter an address. You can also search for points of interest through the library, via favorites, as well as your recent destinations. You can also search for an address just by hitting this button right here. To zoom in and out of the map, just use your finger and pinch in and out, basically like a smartphone, which is quite convenient to use. If you hit this button, basically goes back to this map, but you can also use your finger to enter your interactive map, so you can go to your desired location. If you do not know what the road name is, you can just go through the map and search for that particular location. And hitting that button will basically bring you back to your current location. Right here you can change between 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. And right here you do have your current position. Hit this button and you can bring up your points of interest along the route as well as your traffic information. Next up, we do have your media menu. I must say, for stock sound system, the speakers in the XC90 do sound quite good. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the artist, album, title, song duration. Right here you do have your playlist, you do have your shuffle and repeat, your recent media sources. Hit the library button to bring up your list of folders. And that's about it. Under phone, you can look at your contacts, look at your recent calls, bring up your keypad so you can dial a number, and you can change your desired device. And lastly, your car status with your vehicle messages, your oil level. You can calibrate your tire pressure monitoring system right here, bring up your owner's manual, and right here you do have your service information. Now, if we flick the display to the left, you can bring up your list of media options. You do have FM, AM, DAB digital radio, radio favorites, Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, iPod connectivity, and auxiliary. Down below, you do have your messages, car status, driver performance, remote updates, and your navigation. If we flick the display to the right, you can bring up your different car functions with your driving mode, hill descent control, electronic stability control, your start-stop activation, park assist, lane departure warning. Now, if you do have the start-stop system active, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. Down below, you can also activate your road sign information, speed sign assist, reduce guard, private locking, your cornering lights, active bending lights, and your wiper service position. Now, if we hit this button right above, we can bring up your owner's manual as well as your settings menu. Right here, we do have your My Car settings with your display settings, IntelliSafe settings, drive modes, lights, mirrors, locks, and all that. You can also bring up your sound settings with your bass, treble, equalizer settings, your balance and fader, system volumes. You do have your navigation settings with your map settings, route settings, traffic settings, and all that. Media settings, your communication settings with your phone settings, text messages, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all that. Your climate settings, and your system settings with your date and time, language, keyboard layouts, voice control units, resetting the system, as well as your VIN number. And down below, you do have your volume knob as well as your play pause button. On either sides of the knob, you do have your seat track buttons. And right here, you do have your physical buttons for your front and rear defrost. As shown earlier, you do have your hazard lights button right here. And this button opens up the glove box. Right here, you do have a bit of storage. You can cover it up if you do not want it exposed. And behind this cover, you do have a power outlet, some storage, as well as a couple of cup holders. Right here, you do have the XC90's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. And right here, you do have an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby if activated, and again you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, the car is in drive, you lift your foot off the brake. With the auto hold function, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. Electronic central locking, And as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold them in from the inside, press the left and right buttons together at the same time. On the left spoke, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls, while the right spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, your seat track buttons, your voice control button, and this button actually brings up your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Once you press this button, use the left, right, up and down arrows to go through the display itself. Right here we do have your trip menu with your trip computer. You do have the distance traveled, average fuel consumption, average speed, elapsed time, and you do have the same set of data just for a different trip meter. You can also change to kilometers per hour right here, and right here you do have your instant fuel consumption, range, mileage, and back to your trip meter. Next up, we do have your media menu, Bluetooth telephone menu, as well as your navigation menu. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. If you locate this button, press it and you activate your automatic wipers. And on the left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Front center armrest with storage down below. You do have your auxiliary and USB ports right in here as well. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror. And right up there, you do have your Volvo on call button as well as your SOS emergency button. And right above, you do have your interior lights. The lights are LED powered. Driver's side sun visor does get a vanity mirror with an LED light. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have some storage down below together with a bottle holder and a speaker, and you do have your window control right there. I must say, now that I am in the last row of seats, it is actually not that bad back here for a short journey of maybe an hour or so. But I still do get a bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats, a bit of leg room, although my head is touching the roof. You do get storage areas on both sides together with cup holders. You do have storage down there as well. And right above, you do have speakers. Above as well, you do have your interior lights. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. The middle row seats are set in their furthest back position. I do get quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get slightly more than this. And I do get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually quite nice and comfortable back here. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs. You do have a power outlet right down there. Rear center armrest with cup holders. And you do have aircon vents and hooks on the B pillars for both sides at the back. Also on both sides, right above, are grip handles with hooks. And you do have your middle row interior lights right above. The XC90 does have a capless fuel filling system. There are three ways to open up the powered rear hatch in the 2016 XC90. The first way is via the button on the key fob. The second way is via the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. And the third and final way is via a touchpad right beneath the L of the Volvo badge on the rear hatch itself. Boot space in the XC90 in 7-seater mode is 397 litres. This figure rises to 775 litres and 1951 litres in 5-seater and 2-seater modes respectively. To fold the third row seats down, locate the levers on either sides of the headrests. For the middle row seats, you can slide the seats forward and back using the levers at the base of the seats. You can flip the seat backs down using the levers at the base of the seat backs, and you can flip the outer two middle row seats forward to gain access to the third row. A cargo cover can be used in 5-seater mode to keep items in the boot secure. On both sides of the boot, you do have hooks and LED lights. To the right, you do have a storage strap, a storage area, and a power outlet. There is a partition on the boot floor that can be raised up to separate groceries, and on this partition, you do have straps and hooks as well. Under the boot floor, you do have some storage, and under this storage area is the vehicle's toolkit and spare tire. Just like opening, there are three ways of closing the powered rear hatch in the 2016 XC90. 6 out of the 7 headrests in this car are fixed. The only one that is adjustable is the one for the middle passenger on the middle row. You do have another set of central locking buttons for this side. And right there you do have your window control. Down below you do have a speaker, a bottle holder and some storage. The front passenger seat in this car does get part electric and part manual adjustments. For the manual adjustments, that knob right there controls your seat back, while this bar down here controls your seat position. As for the powered adjustments, you do have your 4-way power lumbar support adjusted via the buttons right here, and this lever adjusts your seat height and seat inclination. Electronic glove box lid, as mentioned earlier on, use this button to open it. It is a 2-tier glove box. You do have a smaller area right above and a bigger one down below. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with an LED light as well. I did forget to mention this earlier on. You do have a small Swedish flag on the driver's seat. Another thing that I forgot to mention was you do have the since 1959 inscribed on the front seat belts. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Volvo XC90 D5 all-wheel drive Momentum. Thanks for watching and goodbye.